A lot of you don't like mosquitoes, but here's the thing about mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are only as bad as the animals they're around. So, what to know about the Oropouche virus? I call it the Oropouche virus. By the way, did you hear that Fauci got West Nile from mosquitoes? It's getting bad, folks. I'm sure that Al Gore is probably shaking his head, going, "I told you, asshole. I told you. I told you this was going to happen with these mosquitoes." Have you ever seen An Inconvenient Truth? He has a whole section about mosquitoes and how, like, places like Nairobi, people are just going to start dying because mosquitoes are going to come up to that level where they didn't before. There are whole cities built in areas that are only built there because they're outside of where the mosquitoes are. And here's a mosquito filling his or her abdomen up with blood of a human, just going right into that capillary. It's so scary, isn't it? I'm not so bad, but they're saying that the Oropouche virus, which I think means golden stomach or something, golden belly virus, the Oropouche virus, also known as sloth fever. Sloths are cute. It doesn't sound so bad when you call it sloth fever, does it? Although sloth is one of the seven deadly sins, but I mean the animal, the sloth, the oso perezoso, they seem pretty nice, right? None have died. There's no evidence that it spread to the United States, but officials are warning U.S. doctors to be on the lookout for the infection in travelers coming from Cuba and South America. Here's what it looks like. Guess what? You get sick. It's native to forested tropical areas. It's identified in 1955 in a 24-year-old forest worker on the island of Trinidad and was named for the nearby village and wetlands. Oh, Oropouche. All right, so it's called sloth fever because they first found it when they were investigating on sloths. That makes sense. We knew about the sloth thing, right? That was pretty clear, right? The virus is spread to humans by small biting flies called midges and by some types of mosquitoes. All right, so I think we're cool in the midges here in America because I've never seen one, but a mosquito, we got those. Humans have become infected while visiting forested areas and are believed to be responsible for helping the virus make its way to town and cities, but person-to-person transmission hasn't been documented. Phew. So it's not like bird flu that you can get it from a cow yet. Although, as you can see, one of the related stories here is a bird flu outbreak in the United States in cows. Kind of scary. But the scariest thing is when a human can give it to a human. But check this out. 8,000 locally acquired cases have been reported in Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Cuba, and Peru. That's South America, baby. That's in our hemisphere. It's coming. This ain't some African thing that's all so far away like Mpox. This is at our door. It's coming, baby. There are outbreaks all over in Amazon. Now, any place where you see there's like not the Amazon, like, there's also a forest called the Amazon, a whole region of the world called Amazon. It's not just like a Jeff Bezos thing. Jeffrey Bezos. Some travelers have been diagnosed with it in US and Europe. So we do have some cases, 21 cases in the United States, 19 cases in America. It's here, baby. Symptoms can be similar to tropical diseases like dengue, Zika, or malaria, fever, headaches, muscle aches, suffer from diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, and rash. Okay, so here's what it comes from birds. All right, there's something that you should know. They get the, the mosquito bites a bird, and then it bites you. Is how it's happening. Okay, that's how it's happening more and more. And since it happens, and there's no vaccines to prevent infections and no medicines available to treat the symptoms, nobody's died yet, though there are recent reports of deaths of two healthy young people in Brazil. It's rarely fatal. So two people have actually died. Some patients suffer recurring symptoms, and 1 in 20 can suffer more severe symptoms like bleeding, meningitis, and encephalitis. You don't want encephalitis or meningitis, let me tell you. Meningitis, I think, is the worst way imaginable to die. And it's It's like trichinosis, you know, how they keep on finding listeria, and they keep on finding listeria in the deli meats. And every time I walk by the deli section at the Walmart, I think, who is buying this shit? Who is buying deli meats? Are people just like, they just want listeria? They just want meningitis? All right. But since mosquitoes are here, do you think it's a good idea to take giant groups of birds and put them into small buildings where they've likely already gotten diseases like bird flu? Do you think it's a good idea? Mosquitoes, as it gets hotter and it gets sweatier. The thing that I foresee happening is that as the country heats up and as the corn continues to sweat and create these giant massive areas of high humidity, this is the breeding ground of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes who love to bite birds, and you can't keep them out. Everyone's tried through the history of the world. You can't keep mosquitoes out. They're here. You just got to get used to them. But what you can do is try to keep them away from birds. And the way you do that is to create greater distances between birds. Well, if you have a bunch of birds in a building, and I'm talking about chickens, they're all there. They're just a feeding ground for mosquitoes. Just like cows can be literally eaten alive by mosquitoes because they're out there by themselves. They can literally be killed by mosquitoes. It's happened. Mosquitoes suck all their blood out. It's crazy. And then they go and they bite humans. And now you got Zika or Oropouche. And let me tell you, I don't want no sloth fever, and I don't want no Zika virus. Don't want them. I don't want no malaria either. We're probably going to end up with all three here in the United States here right quick. And why? It's because all you bastards lining up at Chick-fil-A, that's really what's causing it. That's what's causing global warming. That's what's causing all these mosquitoes. That's what's going to cause all of these bird flu situations, all of these viruses. It's all because you can't treat animals nicely. That's all it is. Stop enslaving animals, and this all goes away. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks.